Bitcoin white paper, education, blockchain, some ultra rare Series 1 Bitcoin trading cards, artist, Rusty, World of Rusty, some rares as well. We have Unalienable Rights, we've got Economics Limited Edition, we have the Zimbabwe dollar. Talk about currency all the time, failing. All government currencies have failed. We have Satoshi Limited Edition, and we have Bitcoin Maximalist. This is one of the projects that we've been working on over the last 9 months. Aladdin, the main artist and founder, has been working on this for 4 years. How do we orange pill? How do we educate the world with what is truly happening in the world? How do we make hard concepts, things that make you want to cry, fun and easy to talk about? Helping me and some of the team members been helping write the backs of the cards. The artist working in the front, Aladdin, and he has been quarterbacking a lot of that, and did the first series here. Series 2, we have a bunch here in the box as well. We'll get to it in a later video, but writing the backs of the cards and a real way, taking on Pokemon, taking on Magic the Gathering, taking on the sports collection industry, the hobby industry. This is a game changer, absolute game changer. Talking to people about things, really taking on the mantle of what school should be doing. And we are going to red pill, and not only orange pill, but red pill the world as well to what's really going on in the world. Things not being taught for reasons we know about here. We talk about them all the time here. Why aren't things being talked about? Why are they being talked about? And then why is the white paper? Why is this the Constitution 2.0? Why does this give global freedom, wealth, property rights to people globally, 8 billion citizens, anyone with an internet connection or a ham radio, a satellite connection, anything? You have the ability to tap into digital finite scarcity, never before seen in human history. The fire wheel 2.0. We are there. I was just reading again another unbelievable book that we talked about it in the past. Committee of 300, Conspirators Hierarchy, talking about the drug trade, how it's used by those at the top, and it's one of the mechanisms, through open borders and Hong Kong and China and Britain and America and Mexico, and how this is used to enrich themselves, but really control populations, really mind control, sedating people and mind control. And it even says in there, the book is written 30 plus years ago. It was published 30 years ago, but it was written for like a decade or two before that by a former British intelligence officer, and he talked about how they would not accept anything but gold in that China, the trade with Hong Kong, China, and Britain for the drugs. They would not trade anything. No paper dollars, would not take dollars, did not trust a dollar, wouldn't take those worthless pieces of paper. They would only take gold. So again, we are entering a new world. We are entering a new world where the regular crowd of people, the 97%, are just starting to wake up finally to what is actually going on, how things are being played. Some education is being had for what is truly going on in the world and what is actually happening. We are in a brand new landscape, a brand new world, and it's people waking up. Separation of church and state. Now we have separation of money and state, and separation of media and state. We can do this. We can talk right to each other instead of going through intermediaries. We can converse P2P. I can send value to you instantaneously for fractions of a penny without an intermediary. Trustless, permissionless. Don't have to ask anybody. This is a new world we're in. Those at the top know what is money. They knew it was gold and silver for thousands of years, and most people did. But now we've been hoodwinked, and we have fake paper dollars, and the masses have been told and convinced and brainwashed. This book talks about it a lot, obviously, but things we've already been knowing and talking about, and Bitcoiners see this from a very high level. A lot of libertarians see it from a high level, and then some conservatives, progressives do as well. But now we're getting there. People are seeing what is actually happening. We're seeing that this world, you open a pack, orange pill in a pack. You can start to orange pill the world and educate the world in one pack. In one pack. It's a different world we live in now. It's a totally different world. And we can transact with who we want, when we want. We can talk to who we want, when we want. Don't have to ask anybody. Never before seen. Never before seen. We are living in the greatest time of all in human history. I feel so lucky and blessed and grateful that I live in this time. I don't even know what I would do if I lived 100 years ago, or 200, or 500, or 1,000 years ago. I honestly don't know if I'm tough enough to survive. I don't think I am. And we are living in the greatest time for a reason right now. The 3% is all we need. The people that have ears to hear and eyes to see, to go and orange pill the world, to red pill the world, to bring back faith, humility, God, a higher being, humility back to the world. Those who exalt themselves will be humbled, and those who humble themselves will be exalted. Period. We've seen this throughout history. Just like government fiat currency is failing 100%, we've seen 100% without fail. People who continue to exalt themselves will be humbled, and those who humble themselves will be exalted. It's just nature. It's nature. So how are we educating ourselves? How are we educating the future? How are we educating our children? How do they know what is actually happening? They're not learning in government-run schools, right? Not learning there. It's up to us. It's up to us to teach them, to guide them, to give them the foundation they need to go forth in this world. We live in a world in America where there are history degrees where you don't even have to take a single history class during your degree. Think about that. Think about the clown world we live in. Think about how hoodwinked. This whole book is about how people have been so brainwashed to think 2 + 2 is 10, not even 5. 2 + 2 is 10, that they won't even fight against the system. They just won't even fight against it, right? Think a little bit of the Matrix. Matrix came about 10 years after the book was published. We are living in that world. Do not be deceived by evil. Do not be deceived by chaos, by the chaos agent. Do not be deceived. We talked about it before. The lady who was one of the heroes of the Holocaust, helping Jews, giving them food, moving them out, was asked, what made you such a hero? How are you such an amazing person? And she just said, I wasn't a hero. I just chose not to go over the cliff with the rest of society. Plant firm your feet in truth, in objective truth, every day, and fight for it. Stand up for it. Speak out. The only reason evil persists is because good people stand silent. They sit down and stay silent. Please share this out. Share this out. Any way you can educate people, whether it's cards, whether it's education, art, memes, blogs, YouTube. If you feel the ability, they're wanting to put content out there, whatever it is, please put it out there. We need 10,000 times more people putting out content and educating the world, providing entertainment for the world, providing comedy for the world that wakes people up. We need this more than anything. We have to share each other's stuff. If you have stuff, I will do my job as best as I can to further your content, push it out there, talk about other people's stuff as we go on as well. We have to build this community. This is the most important. There's nothing more important than this right now. Nothing. There's nothing. Nothing you can be doing in your life is more important than the higher purpose, higher mission, higher calling we all have inside of us as human beings to help our fellow person and to remove us from the shackles of evil, the chaos agents that are in this world, that are perpetuating evil everywhere, and that want I'm not going to say it, but they want something for all of us. Think rich men north of Richmond. There you go. Go listen to that song, right? Another person that gets it. Another way doing it through music, through art. The Sovereign Individual talking about how art will be a huge thing going forward. Artists, music, creativity will be a huge way. Memes, huge way that people will start to realize, wake up what is actually going on. So please share this out. Please share your content, share your thoughts, share your voice. Put it out. Just hit record. Just go. Just write. Publish. The more we inundate the system, the more we overwhelm the system, the faster this changes. Do not be afraid. Stand up. Courage is contagious. Stand up. Speak out. And the faster this happens, the faster we all do it. When the problem is when everyone looks around and it's like, well, someone's going to do something. I don't have to really put myself out there. I don't have to raise my hand and do anything crazy. Someone else will do it. Then no one does it. But when one person does it, then the next person does it, and then 10 more people do it, then 1,000 more people do it, and then 100,000 people do it. It's contagious. We have to stand together. Good people have to stand together. Truth must stand together. Please share this. The algorithm hates truth. Speaking of it, the algorithm hates truth. Please share us out. The only way we can continue to do this. Question everything with boldness, in the existence of God himself. Trust, but verify. Question everything. It's not financial advice, it's freedom advice. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. We'll see you on the next one.